ready for dinner by table, starting with the head table.
Hey!
You'll be on YouTube tomorrow.
Oh, well. Oh, nice.
Well, yeah, just kind of. Hello.
Hi.
Good evening. I've been asked to bless our meal that we're about to receive. Would you please assume an attitude of prayer with me? Blessed are you, Lord Yahweh, our God, King of the universe, who brings forth bread from the earth. We thank you for this festive occasion, for this joyous day on which these two have been joined in holy matrimony. We pray you would bless this food to our use, sanctify it to our need, and put your hand on this entire party and give us great joy in the Lord, in our Savior, and in this new young couple. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Very good.
If I'd known that was coming, I would have stopped at 2 Dos Equis.
Hey!
What is that?
We're sharing those. Sharing those. Yeah.
Good job. And it's not soft, it's not a hard hit. Just look at it up and look at it and see. Get it? It's good might be. You don't have to tell me, but these sound better. No, it was a lot better.
7, and he was 7. The vehicle in front of him sustained injuries. All the 5 vehicles before that didn't exist anymore. And then
Yeah, no, it's very, very like Bye! Congratulations, Ashley and Paul! We love you! Really excited for this gift later! Let me know how it works out. On camera!
He went to see Sheila because he asked me for my bird. Yeah. Did he see me can see you? Did someone you see Sheila with the mother of
How many times?
let me ask you
I'll figure.
Can you help me with the uncle of the bride, Eric Kallstrom?
All right, go ahead.
Are we on? Sit behind them. On the stage. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the celebration of Paul and Ashley's wedding. Wow. I wrote a bunch of stuff down, but it all seems trivial. And the pastor actually said almost the exact words that I had written earlier. So that was, yeah. It was relative to our purpose. A lot of us think we're here for a wedding, a reception, or a party, but we're not. We're here to see a reflection of our Lord and Savior and His submission and love for His Father to follow through with His wishes. That's what this is. This is two people, completely different individuals with completely different hearts and wills and minds. negotiate together and come to a common ground on core issues in their lives. You've signed up for something that is probably quite a bit larger than what you even realize. I'm looking forward to the next several years to watch you guys grow together and to gain wisdom of the things around you. I don't want to say Ashlee's been sheltered, but you've never lived on your own. So this is more than just marriage, it's moving out, it's everything. So I'm really excited and happy that the two of you have met. I do not believe it was chance. We talk about, lightning striking kind of odds, but it's more than that. It's probably lightning striking each individual in this room. The distance in miles and countries and the opportunities and chances that happen with each of them in their lives for the two of them to meet and be here tonight is odds that I can only believe are divinely orchestrated. So I love you guys. I'm happy for you. And I wish you the best and wonderful, most wonderful life that you could imagine. And that it will be a true testimony to the work that God's done in your lives. So, thanks.
Way to go, Uncle Larry.
And now I would like to welcome up the father of the groom, Joe Xavier.
I have Sheila, yes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First, we say thank you for having to be able to take time off to be here to share with Paul and Ashlee on your happy occasion. Of course, we have come from halfway around the world. I must say that it is actually a pleasure to have my mother-in-law and the money to be here together with the siblings, Paul's aunties and Paul's cousins to also join in. Of course, there are very many people who have loved to be here. Uncle Paul's out in Canada and my parents and Paul's uncles and all. Nonetheless, and of course not forgetting Paul's two sisters were actually younger than him because he says one is older and one is younger. He gave the impression that he had an older sister. Nonetheless, we also thank God for being with us today on this wonderful occasion. When we first heard that it's going to be held in the month of October, right away we thought of the cold weather. And I think it rained on Wednesday and I thought, wow, this is the start of the cold winds coming in. Nonetheless, we're blessed with a very great day and the weather has been kind to us. Rudyard Kipling once said, East is east and west is west. The twain shall never meet. So in those days, they interpreted that east was east and west was west. Of course, today we have got a lovely couple. One is from the west and one is from the east. And so, not necessarily, right? They have met together. And I think that the journey goes back for a very long time. Paul first came here when he was 21, his formative years. And for that, we also thank David's parents, Reverend Jack Grandpa, as well as Mary having been the father and the mother here for Paul while he was away from us, but he was here at home in Carbondale and St. Louis together with them. And I say thank you very much for having given him the fatherly or the parental support. Of course, grandpa as well. So with that, I guess the journey has begun for Paul and Ashlee. Eric probably stole all my points, but nonetheless,
That's two of us.
it's a journey, and life is a bed of roses, they say, if you want it to be. Generally, may not be because you got the thorns among the roses. So as you're feeling the roses, you will also feel the thorns. But that's life. Nonetheless, as Pastor Jeff said, with God, all things are possible. I think that, I remember the first words that when I was talking to Ashlee for the first time, they said they wanted to get married, and as parents, we had to listen to them on the phone. And she said this was God's plan. And it's been emphasized, and I think it's true. If God had not meant it to be, it would not have happened today. There were very many opportunities for it not to happen if it was not supposed to be. Then again, all 5 fingers are not the same, so your challenges will always be there. And all decisions will have their own timelines and things that you have to decide to make on. We can go on, but you have heard it all, and we say that, we just have to move on. And our relatives and friends in Malaysia also equally happy. And at the end of the day, it all comes down to this. When you think about all the hardship that you have to go through, you will be guided by Philippians chapter 4, verses 4 to 7, which says, "Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again, rejoice. Let your gentleness be evident to all. The Lord is near. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts." Just technology. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. With this, we wish you all the best, and of course with your friends. And I'm sure that Paul and Ashlee, you've got very good network support. You will continue to be blessed in the name of God. Thank you.
And now the maid of honor, Rachel Crow, will give her speech.
Hi everybody. I just want to tell you a little bit about how I know Ashlee and talk a little bit about how our friendship has grown through the years. So I've actually known Ashlee for a decade now, and we became friends in sophomore year of high school. I just wasn't really sure what I thought about Ashlee, but at the time I didn't have a car, and she just wanted to go to the mall what seemed like every single day. And so I was like, I have nothing better to do, so yeah, I'll go to the mall with you. And so that's how our friendship got started. We literally went to the mall every single day. And initially I kind of just saw her as a mall buddy is what I called it, to be honest, because I just never had a person pursue friendship like she did. Like, hey, let's hang out. It was as simple as that. And so we started out as mall buddies, but over time, I think Ashlee really showed me what love looks like in a friendship way. She really invested in our relationship, and soon enough I saw that she was more than a mall buddy. She was more like a sister. And so over the years, together we got ourselves in some messes at times, staying out too late, not answering our parents' calls. But then we also grew together in our walks with God. And so, you know, one of the things I've got to see Ashlee grow in is just what she seeks after in life. And so I've watched the desires of our hearts change slowly, and really, you know, causing her to think about, you know, what qualities she would want in a future mate. And so, you know, by the time Paul rolled around, Ashlee had already been through, it seemed like, you know, Jello, not great guys after not great guys, and I never approved, honestly. And she knew this as well. But I remember hearing about Paul's first, and it was, do you serve and do you go to church? And right then it was like, boom, spark, like, he's different. He's not like these other guys, and I got excited for her, and she was excited as well. And so hearing about their first date together, she mentioned, you know, he's kind of chatty, you know, but I can handle it. He's kind of chatty, but I can handle it. Talks a lot about theology, so, you know, we'll see, and she's excited. But over time, slowly, I saw just the investment that she had put in our friendship. Slowly, more and more, she began to put in her relationship with Paul. Something Ashlee is incredible at is just loving people, pursuing people, just kindness. 1 Corinthians 13 really shines in her life, that love is patient, love is kind. I see these qualities in her, both in our friendship and her relationship with Paul. And so today, I stand once best friend, now giving that over to Paul. It's not easy. She's a great friend. I think he maybe got me a little while back, but officially her new best friend. And it's an incredible place to be at in Ashlee's life, because she will love you, Paul. She will forgive you. She'll show you patience, even when you lash out at her. She's shown these things to me. And so, a couple of things, I just ask that we'd all pray and agree together, and then we'll make a toast. But Ashlee and Paul, I just pray that you guys would both have the endurance to love each other, even when you're tired, and to serve each other. That Paul, you would do the dishes, even though you might be tired from long days at work. And Ashlee, you would continue to make Paul these 16-layer crepe cakes for him that you do to serve him. We pray together that you guys would forgive each other quickly, that you would not keep a record of right or wrong, that you would just continue to seek God first in our relationship. And we just wish you the best. And so together, let's toast to Ashlee and Paul and a lifetime of love and happiness and joy. Thanks.
And now the best man, David Fowler, will speak.
Thank you all so much again, just for being witnesses today and coming out, as many of us they've already said. I want to talk to you briefly about my brother Paul here. I'll try to keep it brief. You know, it's kind of one of his favorite subjects, so unless my brother will stumble, I'll try to keep it brief. So, I really want to start just going into how we met. So he joined the aviation technologies program at SIUC, where we both went to school and graduated from. And the first day, if I'm not getting this incorrect, I think you came to class late. You can tell, he's probably been late a lot. He runs on the leisure time, so that's kind of how that goes. You got to get used to it. But so you sat down next to me, and I think we kind of pretty well instantly hit it off. I love talking to him. I mean, it was just small talk, but I felt like you were a brother really then, and we were kind of blossoming. But we had a lot of bus rides together from May Smith. We lived in the towers there, and I remember taunting you, telling you about tornadoes. You didn't know what they were. I guess the only thing you've seen, a typhoon or hurricane, something like that, if you did. But I just remember telling you that, yeah, we'd probably see 3 or 4 by the time we were done with college and scaring the heck out of you. So that's kind of how I got to know him a little bit. We were becoming friends, and we'd hang out occasionally, but it wasn't until I found out he was 21, and we started becoming really good friends. So, not really the best way you want to start out, college and everything, but, we did, and we were a little lost, and we got in the party scene a little bit, and we started growing together. We became fraternity brothers together. That's kind of our first brotherhood, I guess you would say, and kind of started quickly becoming, I like to call him the third twin. So, I'll leave out the rest. So, basically, Paul's always been kind of the stray cat, I guess, that never really goes away. I say that lovingly, Paul. He'd always come over to be our place at the Bowling Green. I wasn't living with him at this point, but he'd come over and get like the Nutella jar or something. I remember one time, he ate the Nutella, okay, so strategically, all the inside, the whole outside rim, it looked like it was full. I mean, it was in the pantry. I'm like, I'm going to save this for a rainy day. I'm going to go dip in sometime. And, yep, lo and behold, all of it was eaten outside. So I had like a half a spoon. He replaced it, and then he ate that one too. So, yep, that's been Paul. And usually the first thing he does when he walks into my place is looks in my fridge, but my fridge is usually pretty open for you. I've kind of gotten used to that. So within freshman year, God really began using Paul. You grew up Catholic, and you knew Scripture really well in some ways, and weren't always living it out, but it sparked something in me, in my heart, and this curiosity I had. So I kind of was asking you questions, kind of getting the faith, and at that point, you were kind of involved with InterVarsity Christian Fellowship community, and you invited me a few times. I kind of quickly asked the question if there were any cute girls there, and of course, he said there were, just to get me to go there and everything. Well, turns out my wife was there, and I didn't know he found my wife on Facebook for me. I don't know, you're a professional matchmaker. So that was pretty cool, but farther down, we just started growing together with regards to our faith. Conversations started getting deeper. We started praying for each other, and it was at that point David Earhart invited us to go to the Vine. He invited me, and I think we went to a discipleship community. Stephen Humphreys was leading that group. So from there, things just kind of grew closer with us, and those talks and everything became late night prayers, and just we started really becoming brothers then. Eventually, brothers in Christ. So that's the trifold, I'd like to say. So basically, after that, I like to say we grew up together. So I want to really encourage you, Paul, and what I admire most about you, and through your walk and your faith, was that you're honest. You're honest with your faith, and you always have. And it's not, you don't put on a false face. You don't always, I say, how's it going? It's not always, oh, I'm fine, I'm okay. It's, you'll get down to the deep stuff, and you'll have those conversations, and you'll share your struggles, because you genuinely want to be a good man, and you want me to pray for you. And that. So I really thought that showed your true heart, and just your humility and your faith that way. So I kind of had a little bit of a brief, encounter with this on our fall fishing trip, 2014. Brent and Kyle, and it goes one with us, and Paul isn't the best fisherman. He can find Jesus says in the Bible, I'll make you fishers of men. He's clearly made you better at that, because he caught one fish, and finally at the end of the day, all day, we're fishing, he's getting frustrated. I mean, I've not seen him that mad before, and I know, you weren't saying good things, and you said you were angry with God and everything, because he's sovereign to provide, but, and that showed me something about you, Paul. You were willing to wrestle with God. You weren't turning your back on him. Your heart wasn't right, but you were still, it's better than, turning your back on him and forgetting about him altogether. You were wrestling with him and, wondering why. So I really admire that about you. And so, like I said, finally rejoiced because he finally caught one that evening. I think we kind of baited a little bit to help I've been incredibly honored to watch you in your American ride, becoming American before, obviously getting married, riding dirt bikes, shooting guns, taught you how to shoot bow. You got your first deer here. I mean, it's been incredible watching that. So I wanted to take the honor upon myself to give you a little something. And I think this is probably better than immigration can do. This is a green card from me. Honorary American. Paul. There you go, bud. Paul, I love you. Ashlee, I think you're going to be an incredible couple. I think you're going to show, what true humility is in growing together. And I knew I liked you ever since I dropped you off. Paul, I met you at Grandma's house. You made me cookies. I knew Paul would love you because they were great cookies. So keep that honesty, keep that humility with your relationship, and you guys will go far. So I just wanted to take a minute to toast to God's sovereignty, His grace, His mercy, and to Paul and Ashlee for their marriage.
The bride and the groom go to the cake. We will have the cake cutting.
No, it was not. It was incredibly awkward. No, it wasn't. Darlene's sister speech was great. They both looked like
Alright, let me get ready over here.
Should we take the words?
Check the words you want to do. Okay, let me get a shot of you. Let me get the shot of you before you start. Oh, that's a good idea. Wow. I like that. Okay, there we go. So just look at me for a second. That's nice. There we go. Right there. Bring your head a little closer together. There you go. That's good. Hold on just down there. One more time. Right there. Looking this way. Good. Let me come in and get a look. Knife the cake, I'll get some shots for you. Alright, guys, go and have some fun. take a little piece, whichever way you want to do it. And together, we'll do it together. Alright, do it together. Each of you take a piece. Oh my God. Okay. Are you gonna get hit? Let's get on face. We'll close together. Close together. We'll get face. Close together. Let's take a picture of that. How do you do that? Take face right here. There you go. That's great right there. Good. All right. I didn't got her feeding you okay. You got her. All right, you good? Yep. All right. Good. Once you guys clean up, I believe you're going to start your first dance, so I'm going to get ready for that.
Here, you go this way. Now he actually take the cupcake and spear it in his face real good.
Yeah.